Over 30 years ago, Maya Angelou began telling the story of her life in the landmark book called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. She has since gone on to write 5 additional installments of her extended autobiography. The latest is entitled A Song Flung Up to Heaven. Maya, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
You look wonderful.
I feel it, and so do you.
Oh, you're good. You're kind. Thank you. When you first started on this project over 30 years ago, did you ever think it would take this long to complete?
No. I thought I would do my entire life in one book. But it just kept inching along. The old song says, like a inchworm. It just kept inching along. And suddenly I was at the end of the book, and only at age 17. I thought, my goodness, well, I'll never write another. Then I started writing the second one, which was very hard, because I had to deal with some heavy street truths that I had known. And I thought, I'm not going to say that I did that and I did that. Then I thought about all the parents who lie to their children, who say, I've never, oh, I would never, oh, no, my daddy would have killed me. Oh, they say not even that they have closets. They don't have anything in the closets. So I thought, let me tell the children that you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. So that I thought all the parents could gather together in my name, and I would tell it.
And so you didn't leave anything out?
I did not.
Well, but yet I read that you said this one, and this one deals with the 60s.
Yes.
You said this one was the hardest one to write. Is that? It is. Why?
Well, because
I would think the first one would be the hardest to write, because once you get in a rhythm and get in the habit of forcing yourself to be honest with yourself, that it all just... No?
No. In all the others, I could see how I could look at horror and find some hope. That I could really take a truckload of sour lemons and make a truckload of lemon meringue pies. But this one, I didn't know how I could deal with Malcolm's murder, Martin Luther King's murder, the uprising in Watts, a great love affair, marriage which ended finally and painfully. I didn't know how I could tell all of that and still say there is some hope. But in the writing, I found the human spirit. And I thought, okie dokie. So this is it then. Everybody goes to bed one night or another with fear or pain or loss or grief or regret. And yet miraculously we rise. We get up in the morning, we see another human being and say, good morning, how are you? Fine, thanks, and you? That's so amazing.
We move on.
We do. We do that.
Did you really doubt in the 60s that you could?
About 10 times. I thought, this will do. This is it. I cannot. I didn't know what to do after Malcolm was killed.
Let me just clarify. You were living in Africa.
Yes.
You were married in Africa.
Yes.
And you left to come back here to work with Malcolm.
That's right. And I spoke to him on Friday. I spoke to Max Roach and Abby Lincoln on Friday. But then I flew straight on to San Francisco and to Rosa Guy. I flew to San Francisco to be with my mom and my brother, and to get used to being in the United States. And on Sunday, a girlfriend of mine called and said, girl, why did you come home? I said, I came home because I have something to do, something important. She said, these people are crazy. Otherwise, why did they just kill that man in New York?
And that was the first you heard of it?
I knew it was Malcolm. And it was as if one is in an earthquake. All the natural horrors are horrible, avalanches and floods. But in an earthquake, the whole ground moves. It's very eerie. Your earth is moving. And that's what it felt like.
Why have you decided, and please tell me if I'm wrong, why have you decided that this will be the last one?
Well, because this one leads me up to the writing of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And I never wanted to write about writing. I leave that to Marcel Proust and others who can write about it. I want to write about life and living it.
You don't want to write about writing?
No. I don't know how to write about writing. I'm pretty. I mean, I know that I'm a good writer, and
You're finally convinced of that.
well, I'm a good writer. I'm
You're
trying
finally
to be
convinced
great.
of it.
No,
You weren't convinced of it early on.
no, I mean, I'm a good writer. I think I know you are a good writer,
No,
but I'm
let's
going
not
to
go
leave
there.
that alone.
Let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone.
All right, but I know that I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to write my next book, which is a cookbook. I'm a good.
That'll
cook.
be easy.
No. I'm a good cook and a good writer, but that doesn't mean I'll be a. I can write a cookbook.
We'll talk about it when you do. This one is called A Song Flung Up to Heaven. And I won't even tell them about how you used to write by just taking a Bible and a bottle up to a hotel room.
Well, the bottle was sherry, and the Bible was also Roger Thesaurus.
We're back in a moment. 45 past. We're back after this.